In the meantime, let's check in with KRQE News 13 anchor Elizabeth Alvarez, who has the morning's headlines looking pretty in pink.
Hey,
Thank you. Good morning,
Elizabeth.
ladies. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Good morning to you at home. We begin this morning talking about how New Mexico has landed at the bottom of a very important list. It shows which states have the safest hospital in the country, and New Mexico is second to last. The Leapfrog group looked at things such as how many people would die after having surgery, how many times doctors accidentally cut or tore something during surgery, and how often people get infections. Only 7% of hospitals here got an A grade. That includes Presbyterian and Espanola. Presbyterian here in Albuquerque got a B. UNM Hospital, our level 1 trauma center, got a C. Well, here is a story that is going to touch your heart. It was something that a dying mother gave her daughter, a very special hat, and now it is gone. Listen to this. Bridget Hughes from Las Cruces got this hat from her mom, who was dying of breast cancer when she was just 7 years old. She usually carries that hat with her everywhere she goes. Well, on Monday night, Bridget was at an airport in Phoenix. She was using the hat to cover her eyes while she took a brief nap before the red-eye flight that she was about to take, but the flight got canceled, things got a little hectic, and the next thing she knew, the hat was gone. So now workers are going through the airport trying to find that hat. The story about it is on Facebook. It has gone viral. I mean, it is just everywhere, and now Bridget is just hoping that she gets her hat back very soon. Some unfortunate job news to share with you. 30 out of the 100 people at the big peanut plant in Portales are now looking for new jobs. Sunland Inc. laid them off yesterday after the Food and Drug Administration suspended the plant's registration earlier this week. Sunland's peanut butter got contaminated with salmonella earlier this fall, making more than 40 people sick across the country. The plant says it has done everything that the FDA has ordered the company to do to decontaminate things. The company is now working with the government to try to get the plant up and running again. Well, the doors to the Albuquerque Hostess outlet store off of Osuna are officially closed now for good. Management said it had no choice but to shut down the shop since Hostess declared bankruptcy earlier this month. Customers actually bought up the last of the goodies yesterday just before the doors closed. But not all is lost here. Hostess brand says it is in talks with about 110 potential buyers for the product lines it makes, including Twinkies, Ding Dongs, and Ho-Hos. The bankruptcy led to more than 18,000 layoffs nationwide, and locally about 24 people lost their jobs. Well, this last story, we have come across this picture that has also exploded online. Everyone is talking about it. Just take a look for yourself here. If you've ever been to New York City, then you might know that the officers there look as tough as nails. But take a look at this picture, recently taken on a cold night. A New York police officer is giving a homeless man a pair of shoes. This homeless man had no shoes, as you can see here. 25-year-old officer Larry DePrimo said he saw the man with no shoes. He noticed that the man had blisters and just had to do something about it. So he went into a store, guessed the size of shoe, bought him a new pair of boots, and handed it to him. The homeless man said he had never owned a pair of shoes. This picture was taken by an Arizona tourist, and the officer had no idea it was even being taken. Now, this could pose as a challenge for all of us. What would you do the next time you see a less fortunate person in need of shoes or clothing, especially during this holiday season? Seriously, it brings a tear to my eye, actually, when I think about it. That wraps it up for your Friday morning headlines. Be sure to catch Matt, Kristen, and myself every weekday morning right here on KRQE News 13 beginning at 4:30 a.m. Don't you just love that story?
Love it.
Yeah.
We love it, love it, love it.
It's really, really touching.
You know, and sometimes those New
what it's
York
all
cops
about.
get a bad rap for being tough, but they've got hearts of gold, as do all the cops out there, because every day, what do? They live their lives to protect all of us. So it was beautiful. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Thanks, Elizabeth.